Come on, everybody! Walking Mr. Sunshine. Na 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 na, Katamari on the swing. Na 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 naなKatamari on the swing. 今始まるよ君と僕の未体験アドベンチャー。スカイ照らしてよ、お日様は僕らのスポットライトさ。Oh smile 聞こえるよ、都会のシャレたスイングビート踊ろうよ。 Dance 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 くるくる回る雲を突き抜けて君と転がりたい愛のかけらを集め空に浮かべよう。 Yeah, how can Mr. Sunshineしてよ、星空は僕らのブラックライトさ。タキシードチャレして踊ろう僕らのリズムで流行りのステップステップステップ。風切って回る視線は国付けさ。君と固まりたい
It's Super Squad theme time. Finally. About time. Alright. It's going to be starring Joseph Craven. Okay. Alright, so Tyler's up first. So Tyler Blunt is the first one. So now we're going to come up on Joseph Craven. There. See? That's the way it was supposed to be. Why are they out of order? Doesn't matter. Okay. Special guest tonight is the one and only John. Oh my gosh. at that. His name isn't even on the
Why
screen.
did you
Why is it-
Just
why
change
is
the
it-
font size.
I can't change the font.
You
Well,
know,
it's gone now.
just do it.
It's gone now. And it's the show. That's Alanis Morissette.
And that is Jennifer Aniston.
And this is Super Squad D.
That's right, where the D, of course, stands for Dodgeball.
Hope everyone has been watching ESPN 8 The Ocho today.
Fantastic stuff.
Dead serious. ESPN U, the channel has changed to ESPN 8 The Ocho for the day in honor of the movie Dodgeball. So,
Which was a great movie. Very quotable. And some intense sports on ESPN Ocho today. Tell them about one of the sports you watched today.
I honestly watched some sports where two guys were standing at a ping pong table with a volleyball headbutting it back and forth. So they're playing ping pong.
Ping pong volleyball.
Yeah.
That's the best sport I've ever heard of. Well, gosh darn it, we're glad to be back. It has been a long...
Golly gee willikers.
God, gee
What a time.
willikers, son of a bee sting. We're back, ladies and gentlemen. We're back. They tried to shut us down, but we said no. No, no.
Who?
Who? I don't want to go to rehab. No, no, no.
Who was they?
You know. The man. Anyway, we're on a 30-second delay in the chat, so if we
yeah.
don't respond immediately, that would be why.
It's great to see everyone who's in the chat already. We've had David Cott. I see M. Scotter,
That's right.
Tyler Holland,
Salvatore
is
What's up,
here.
man?
So good squad already. Love seeing everyone
That's
here.
it.
Say hello. Drop
my
a
little
comment in
friend.
there. Yeah.
Coke.
Yeah. Our sponsor tonight is Pebble smartwatches. Pebble.
Because you can run out of time. Awkward.
We also want to give a big shout out to Beto Rios, who just showed up in the live chat.
Beto, what up,
But we
Lamb?
want to give a big shout out to our guest star,
Special
John
guest.
Wesley Shipp, who played the Flash. Why are we having him on the show tonight, Tyler?
Because it's a flash giveaway. Cue the intro segment. Who are you pointing at?
Pointing to the producer.
Cue the
Producer says no intro segment.
There's no intro. Did you
Producer,
not?
the producer says we,
We
have
have
no
to do our own then. It's a flash giveaway. It's a flash giveaway.
This is making me uncomfortable.
Okay. It's a flash giveaway where we're giving away something really quickly to the people who got here early.
That's
It
right.
is an exclusive Marvel Collector Core Vulture Patch,
Okay, Vulture Patch.
Joker mug.
That's donated by M. Scotter.
Thank you, M. Scotter. And a awesome Funko Boba Fett shirt. You can't see. Nope. Yep.
It's not Boba
It's not
Fett.
Boba Fett.
Looks like it's Mama Nathan.
I stand corrected. Mama Naven. All of this can be yours for the price of commenting. You just drop a comment, and we're just going to pick.
We're going to announce a winner in like 5 to 10
Yes,
minutes.
when the
Flash
time
giveaway.
there's a certain time, and when
Yes.
that time ticks, the last person to comment is going to win this package.
Basically.
Domestic US.
But we're
only.
not going to tell you who it is. We're
We
not
will
going to
tell
tell
you
you. We're
who
not
it
going to
is.
tell you who wins.
What's up,
Domestic
G-Rider?
US. G Rider's here. Jonathan Busby.
Jonathan Busby,
Julio
good to
Jimenez
see
is
you.
here.
Oh, Ryan. Man.
We
Oh my gosh. Tyler Chu says, MMPR, Mighty Morphin Power Ranger sucks. How dare you, Tyler? I got some words for you in a segment coming up about what we've been reading.
called Tyler Chu Sucks. That's the title.
Actually,
I voted against it, but he
Tyler Chu is my twin.
Okay.
He lives in New York, where I can no longer visit because I'm on the terror watch list.
That's
Parts of that are true.
well. All right.
Okay.
Big shout out to all my fellow Mama Nathan fans out there in the live chat.
Mama.
We've been gone for like 6 weeks, right? It's been busy
That's
between
right.
the both
An
of us.
interesting summer. It
Yeah.
sure has.
Yeah.
Today
Oh yeah.
marks a special occasion.
We want to get absolutely.
We
Very
came
special
back
day.
today for a very specific reason, and that is it was the Tuesday after everything else we had to do was done. But it's a coincidence that today is the very day back in 1961 that Fantastic Four #1 hit shelves. And that's a pretty big deal because if you're a comic book reader, you obviously like Marvel. And this is the beginning of Marvel, basically, as we know it.
Yeah.
If you like DC, I'm sorry, there's the door. I don't know. I don't know
Be
what
sure,
to tell you.
be sure to like and subscribe.
I look forward to your
unless-
comments.
Unless you're a DC fan, in which case unsubscribe. Get out of here.
I look forward to your comments. Joseph at supersquad.com. No, we love
Not a
DC as
legitimate-
well.
That's not a legitimate email
We
address.
love
Please don't.
SSD as well. Another thing
We
that
do love
happened this
SSD.
week-
You're
I
right.
meant to say DC, but the D stands for DC. Super Squad DC.
Well, thank you guys for joining.
it
We're
was
just
a
gonna get out.
long-lived
We're done. We're
redemption
done.
saga coming up.
Yikes.
So, also in news, this week
I've heard of news.
we had a picture drop of the one, the only James Brolin as Cable.
That's right. That's right. Actor James Brolin. Odd casting choice, I think, given his age, and I don't know if he's still. If someone answers, is James Brolin still alive?
James is Josh's father. I
Yeah.
meant to say Josh
Brolin. Josh Brolin as Cable popped up. Don't worry, we planned that bit out. We're not that stupid.
No, that's true.
They fell for it. They fell for it.
Idiots. Okay.
Josh Brolin came out as Cable this week. Yeah, that picture dropped. Looks pretty good.
Yeah, the makeup on the neck I was especially
Yeah,
impressed with.
I think someone in one of our Facebook groups here said something about how his hair looked a little too perfectly coiffed.
Yeah,
but
that's true.
whatever.
I thought it looked great.
It's a movie.
And
Who really cares that much?
also,
And then
this,
a few weeks ago, of course,
Yeah.
Zazie Beetz, who you might recognize from the show Atlanta. That was kind of her breakout role.
Yeah.
Her photos as Domino. showed
which
up.
was kind of a controversial picture. Some people loved it, some people liked it, and some people were indifferent about it.
Yeah.
I felt pretty good about it. I wish that the white around her eye had been a little bit thicker, but I was totally fine with the color reversal. It didn't really bother me.
Jonathan Busby says, friend of the show, Josh Brolin. That's
He
right.
is a friend of the show.
Yep.
Josh, we're sorry for misquoting.
He phones in to the show
He
quite
does.
frequently
He does.
via satellite.
Yes,
He's
Josh.
quite frequently
He's quite
doing
busy with
Yeah.
his Thanos imperatives
Yeah.
and his cable conundrums.
Yep.
It's a thing. Also this week, and I don't want to speak too soon, but my birthday is Friday.
How would you be speaking too soon?
Well, if I die between now and Friday, that could be a problem. Then my birthday's... I mean, I guess technically my birthday is still Friday. I just won't be around to celebrate it.
Your funeral might be Friday.
That's true. It could be. If I died on Wednesday, my funeral probably traditionally would be on Friday because the wake would be on Thursday. That's probably how that would go.
Probably.
Anyway,
G Rider says that,
look forward to seeing
Brolin
you.
needs a little mass to his frame. That's true. He did look a little bit more slender
Well, that's
but
okay.
at the same time, we got to remember,
he's a person.
Who Cable? Yeah, he's an actual person, whereas Cable was created by a lunatic.
Somebody pointed out, and I thought this was perfect, that the picture of Josh Brolin as Cable had everything but his feet, which just felt so right because of Rob Liefeld and his stupid no feet. I thought that was so good. Oh, I thought that was so good. So I apologize that it got real dark real quick in the comments there. I've been watching a lot of Rick and Morty. Things have been going south pretty quick in my life.
Wow. All right.
Well,
That was our quick hit segment to open it up and apparently shut it back down.
and that was it. And that was it. Michael Allen thought we might be done. We're not done, Michael.
I mean, emotionally.
Oh, we were done like 15 weeks ago, emotionally.
Yeah, welcome to episode 16. We figured out we did the math. This is our 16th episode, and there's been like roughly
30 weeks, something
almost
like that.
almost 30 weeks in the year. So we've basically taken like half the year off. But granted, I don't think we started until February or March. So,
I don't know, dude. We've
I
taken a
don't
lot
know.
of breaks. But
We
we're
took-
back, and this is the beginning,
yeah.
as Gio says, of season 2. Where it's going to be as terrible as season 1. Just kidding, it's going to be 10 times better because we're professionals.
Quick shout out to some of the new people that we haven't said hi to quite yet.
Fernando.
Yeah, in particular Fernando and Michael Allen, who you just pointed out.
I want to
So-
say hey to Fernando because he hooked me up with this guy when I was in Atlanta.
Very nice.
It
Very,
happened.
very nice. Well, before we move on to that, Tyler, why don't you show off that Flash giveaway goods one more
Flash
time?
giveaway. We're going to be giving it away really soon. Shirt, not of Boba Fett, of Mama
Mama Naden.
Gabor.
What's up, y'all?
And we got,
Hit me with it. No. Where my mama no-nos out there?
this is embarrassing. We have a
Yeah.
picture,
Where y'all at?
patch of the Vulture from the Marvel Collector Corps, and this sweet Joker mug, which is really awesome. And I kind of don't want to give it away. But
So
I'm
we're
gonna.
giving away a patch and a shirt and
That's it.
nothing else.
There was no mug. What's a better show right now? David Codd wants to know. Rick or Morty or Game of Thrones? Obviously Rick and Morty.
Yeah, there's no question there.
That's an easy one. To G Rider, my Dr. Pepper's coming in the second block. Don't worry, man. I'm ready.
This man's addicted.
I wouldn't say I could stop when I want. I could stop whenever I
Yep.
want. I just don't want to. So we got a second giveaway coming up.
We do have a second giveaway coming up later on, but we have to give away the first thing first.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, when I look at that screen, whoever has made the last comment is going to win unless they don't live in America.
All right.
3, 2, 1. David Codd! He wins!
There you go.
David, you just won a bunch of loot. Congratulations for giving me the answer, which was, of course, Sharknado 5.
Yeah,
I
that's
appreciate
true.
that.
It's
That was a good flash
It's
giveaway.
really,
Are we not doing the
that-
flash? We were going to flash them with the giveaway? I thought that was part of the flash giveaway.
the
situation.
it's really good timing because it was almost M. Scotter who actually donated part of that giveaway. So.
Boy, that could have been a tragedy to get your own stuff back.
Are we doing this?
We're
No?
not actually
Okay,
doing
my
this.
bad.
Yeah, it's not that type of flash giveaway.
So let's do a quick recap. We were gone for about 6 weeks for various reasons. We had oh yeah, that's right. Let's point it out real quick.
So one of the things we're going to give away, I don't know if you can see this.
It's not one of the things.
It's a lot of the things.
It's a lot of the things.
There
They're not
are-
really showing up on the camera feed
Okay, I'm going
here.
to pull it up. There's about 10.
Oh, and what's up?
Trade paperbacks.
High shelf comic score.
So about shelf.
Good to see
10 trade paperbacks of Ex Machina donated by Fariha Imami, who is
Yeah.
awesome.
She's the best.
She
and she
is.
has donated one of the best giveaways we're going to have. This is what we're giving away tonight.
That's right. And we're going to drop the giveaway link in the chat in
Yeah.
just a little bit.
This one's going to be a sign-up link.
That's right. So don't worry. There'll be plenty of time to win. That
Again,
giveaway.
with stuff like this, we're sorry, but we don't do international shipping, so this is
Yeah.
continental United States only.
Sorry about that, team.
But we
Team
love
SSD.
we don't love you any less.
I don't. You know, where's Carlos?
Where is Carlos? We don't have Carlos. We don't have Toby. Well, I mean, we've
We
got
always
Toby.
have Toby.
We've always
Let's
got
be
Toby.
honest.
but-
We've always got Toby.
I know. I'm sad. I'm just
Mm-hmm.
sad. So big time giveaway tonight. But first, let's just kind of go over the last few weeks.
Yeah, how I spent my summer vacation.
How we spent our summer vacations.
It's,
Well,
it's block one.
it's block one.
On
That's
the,
it.
On the outline.
That's
it's
what we.
block one.
Yeah, it actually says block one.
It's a block.
All right. Fair enough. Did you do that? I didn't do that.
I
That's
did
not my format.
It's
so.
totally fine. So I spent my summer vacation pretty dang well, and it's going to be tough to top the way I spent.
You were in exile.
I was.
You were. He came down with some sort of contagious disease.
It was dangerous. It was called professional education, and I went to Atlanta for a while. It was boring, and I'm glad to be back. But I did meet up with Fernando, and that was really neat.
Cool.
Where I picked up a few things in Atlanta and various other places around the Southeast during my travels. Hit up Orlando a little bit. Had basically a good time.
All right.
I got mostly some vintage video games.
You did, and we'll get to that in just a second. But quick shout out, because you got something else that's more important. High shelf there is actually Patrick Baranski,
Oh,
good friend of the
boy,
show.
Patrick.
Who?
Patrick sent a mystery gift to me in the mail, and I've got the letter right here, and it was just so fantastic because I got this box.
good.
It was waiting for me when I got back, and I didn't know what was going to be in it. Had no idea.
No.
I thought probably an Usagi #1, which I of course have. So I was like, what a waste this
Yeah,
would be. I'll probably
seriously.
just throw it in the trash.
Embarrassing.
Thanks, Salvatore. Appreciate that. Never forget. Never forget. This says, may this be the start of 1,000 journeys into the new and wild places. Keep on rocking. SSD, where the D stands for Done with Scissors. And he sent me this fantastic box opener. Apparently, he was getting quite disheartened by watching me struggle horribly trying to open boxes.
It wasn't your strength. You
Well-
know, we'll go ahead and say that.
I mean, I was strong enough to do it. Mm-hmm. If you're implying that I wasn't strong enough to do it, I
That's-
was. It felt right.
That's not necessarily true either.
Thanks,
Shout-
Patrick. Appreciate
Yeah.
that, man.
Shout out to Armand who's popped in with, "Hey Super Squad D, are you dehydration? Because you ain't no joke."
Wow. That was amazing. That might have been the best. If we were giving away something for best comment, that would totally be it.
We are giving something away. Congratulations, Armand. You just won 500 SSD points.
Dude, 500?
500. A sweet
Seriously?
5 spot.
Wait.
Whisper, 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 whisper.
Okay.
That
I
joke's
guess
done.
500 SSD points is being
joke's
given
done.
away. That's impressive, man. That's a lot of SSD points. You can cash those in. You know who's also got a lot of SSD points is Beto Rios. He's got a
He does.
ton of SSD
Beto's
points.
sitting pretty.
Yeah, sitting real pretty on SSD
Sitting fat
points.
down south. As,
What's that now?
It's from
What's that coming again?
from the
So
song
R-rated for our show.
"Wanna Be a Baller."
Okay. So, yeah, great summer. All that you see here is stuff that I picked up over the past 6 weeks. I got a lot of retro games. And as a
What-
side note,
You want to throw out a few?
I am going to throw out a few of them. I would love to know if you guys would like to see a review, because I picked up a Framemeister, which is an HD upscaler for these retro classic games. Why retro gaming? Stick around to find out. But
to a separate video that we're going to record.
That's right.
At a different time.
Not right now. So I picked up The Secret of Evermore.
Good.
Which is a very cool game.
Good.
I've always wanted to play it. It's like an unofficial sequel to Secret of Mana. Zombies Ate My Neighbors.
I remember going to
This is going to be fun.
I remember going to the toy store in the local mall. I think it was a KB Toys maybe, when Zombies Ate My Neighbors first came out, and it was like they had their regular toys everywhere. Then they had the electronics behind the counter and video games, and
A big Zombies Ate My Neighbor.
they had
thing.
Zombies Ate My Neighbor was the display game for the Super Nintendo.
I've never played it, but I'm really excited to. We will probably do a Let's Play of Zombies Ate My Neighbors, I imagine. Super Ghouls and Ghosts, which is notoriously one of the hardest games for Super Nintendo. I'll be giving it a try. Final Fantasy III, which was, of course, Final Fantasy VI to Japan. One of the greatest RPGs.
Final Fantasy 17 to Turkey.
Yeah, that's true. Turkey does. It is Final Fantasy 17.
Yeah, in Turkey.
X-Men, Mutant Apocalypse. Good classic X-Men
Which was Final
game.
Fantasy 4 in Japan.
It is, ironically enough, Final Fantasy IV. And then The Death of Superman, which I just recently got and is really fun. It's a side-scroller beat-em-up. So if there's any of these games that you would like to see reviews of...
G-Rider's calling for a review on all of them.
All of it?
All of them.
I mean, that sounds like a lot of work, but I'll do it.
all of them.
And then, of course, I picked up this Deadpool I got for Father's Day, which was a little bit before we went off air. I don't remember if I showed that.
Yeah.
And then I got a few Nintendo 64 games.
All right.
Which is, of course,
Keep
your
this ball
forte.
rolling.
I got these nifty stickers.
He did. He got some
These
top
are
stickers.
really cool.
Off of Etsy.
$20. Chameleon Twist 1 and 2, Bomberman Hero, and these three are the three that I'm most excited about.
They're
of
the best.
course, Conker's Bad Fur Day, which I'm so excited to play through. I never played through it because my parents obviously would not let me get this when I was a child.
No, obviously.
I mean, they still wouldn't if they knew what it was, but it's fine. Gauntlet Legends, which I'm so excited to play. You
One
are
of my
a
personal
master of
favorites.
Gauntlet, too.
In fact, my younger brother stopped by my house this past weekend and crashed overnight, and we straight up played Gauntlet a little bit.
Did you?
We also played a lot of Rampage World Tour. Any
Good-
Rampage
that's a
fans
good
out
game,
there?
too.
My mama Naden and my Rampage World Tour
Oh my
fans, what's
gosh.
up? I see y'all.
Oh
I see
my
y'all out there.
gosh. Unbelievable.
Yeah, I know I am.
Unbelievable.
I'm an unbelievably
And of course,
kind
Mario
human being.
Golf.
Yeah. I
Classic.
actually did love Mario Golf. a lot.
Classic.
Better at tennis. Much better at tennis.
Yeah.
I have a Japanese copy of tennis. Oh, you were there
Yeah,
when I
I
bought it.
was with you,
I had a
but
Japanese copy
You
of
can tell
tennis.
them. He has a Japanese copy of tennis.
I bought a Japanese.
I was there. I can attest to the truth.
Guys,
Testify!
hey, look who's here.
Who?
Attack on the Wii is here.
Oh, there he is. Attack, what's up, man?
We can finally get started with the real show. The real show.
Oh, sorry. Sorry, I thought we were stripping again.
Again.
So that's what I did this summer.
Yep.
What did you do this summer? What could you possibly do that would top that?
Probably nothing I could do would top that other than I got freaking married.
Well, what's it now?
You were not invited. I got
When
married.
did you get married?
Every single one.
Did you elope to Vegas?
I got married 1 month ago today. Today marks 1 month. So I've made it this far.
So
and there's
in
nothing
1961, Fantastic Four came out this day.
going. Yep.
A month ago this day, you got married.
Yeah. So, I mean, pretty much as monumental, same level of monumentalness.
I really don't know when you got married. Did my invite get lost or?
No. You were distinctly not invited. In fact, if anything, I sent you a handwritten letter that said, please do not come to the wedding. You are not invited.
I don't.
And I mailed it to you.
I don't.
We got pictures of your daughter, your 2-year-old daughter, reading it and crying.
Yeah, I don't know.
You
Is
don't remember any
is
of
it
this?
because I was going to object?
You don't remember any of
Is
this?
it because I was going to object?
No. It's because I hate you.
Oh, okay. Well, as long
I
as
don't
we're-
care about the objection.
I mean, I'm trying to read between the lines here of what you're saying, and I just don't really understand what you're getting at.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. I can't really sense because you're saying hate, but your
Right.
eyes are saying love, and it's like, where's the gray? I don't know. Where's the gray? Where's the gray?
Whatever happened to Macy Gray, by the way?
She actually choked. Ironically enough, she choked to death.
Then when trying to go and get help, she just kept stumbling.
She did. She tried. She tried to say goodbye, and then it was just like, nope. She was dead.
Well, thanks for tuning in.
Well, We look forward to your emails. SSD cares. SSD genuinely cares. We look forward to your emails. Joseph at Super Squad.
The past 6 weeks without us, I'm sure, have been much better for you guys than this is going. Oh well.
No, this is going fantastic.
M.
This is
Scott
going absolutely
M.
fantastic.
Scotter says, I sent you a don't save the date.
Yeah, that's true.
It's actually very
That
true.
is true.
It's hanging up on his fridge. It's got pictures of us just flipping people.
Ricky C says, thus started the Super Squad D Civil War.
My mind's telling me no. Sorry. I'm sorry. David Codd said that, and I just... But my body...
Nope, there was no reason to keep going.
So, one time back in college, this reminds me of a story, and then we'll continue with the show that we have meticulously outlined,
This
but I'm just...
is not
rid
in
of
the
that.
outline.
So, one
not
time
in
in
the
college, a good friend of mine, he had that as his ringtone 'cause he thought it was funny. So, it's sitting there, and it starts up, and it starts going... My mind's telling me no, and of course it's Bump and Grind by R. Kelly.
Yeah.
You know.
I know.
He
Keep
grabs his phone. We're sitting in the dorms. He picks it up and just goes, "Oh, hey, mom," and all of us went, "No,
Oh,
no!"
that's terrible.
And he just was like, "Whatever, it's still funny."
That's terrible.
Oh well,
That's
Whatever.
horrible.
I'm done with it. I'm done with
Done.
that. Done with that.
Done.
But yeah, so marriage obviously has been really cool so far.
Yep.
That's been the biggest thing for the summer.
Tyler Chu wants a karaoke episode. We could make that happen. We genuinely could make that happen.
It will be better than you expect.
But probably not as good as you hope.
Well, I'm banking on y'all setting your expectations like subterranean levels.
Oh, okay.
So
Okay.
there's that. Of course, we caught a lot of movies over the summer. Homecoming, being
Yeah.
a big one in our groups for sure. Atomic Blonde as well. It was one that I mean, what all did you see this summer? 'Cause I'm trying to remember the rest of the summer movies that I got to see. Hey, Oscar says hello. Hey, Oscar, we're glad to see you tonight.
Oscar, so happy.
Glad that you're here, man.
Sassy's the only way he knows how to sing. Sassy's the only way he knows how to sing.
Yeah. Did you not hear my spot-on R. Kelly impression? I mean,
Drunk karaoke. Okay, there you go. No, I saw
it's SSD the musical.
what did I see? I saw Atomic Blonde
Baby Driver
and Baby Driver. Those are the
And-
two
and
big ones
Scotter's
that I
Toy.
saw
and Homecoming.
while I was in Atlanta.
Oh, okay.
It was fun. Yeah. Spider-Man Homecoming was fantastic. Baby Driver was not as good as I had thought it would be, but I did thoroughly enjoy it, and the soundtrack was fantastic. And then Atomic Blonde was a little bit better than I expected it to be. Again, standout soundtrack. Very good. It was very good.
Is that it? Okay.
Yeah, that was it.
The way you said that, it almost sounded like there was a comma and then more of a sentence.
No, that was
But
it.
that was me.
That was
okay.
it.
That's on me. That's on me.
And you
no,
saw...
that's on me,
Okay.
and I apologize.
But you don't have to touch.
That's
but
on
you're
that's on
supposed-
me. That's on me.
It's okay.
And I apologize.
It's okay.
That's on
Why
me.
is this happening on camera?
Yeah. Let me ask you this question then.
Okay.
With these movies in particular, and also thinking about movies like The Big Sick,
Yeah.
which was another pretty big hit, or at least
I
pretty
haven't
critically
seen it.
acclaimed. But what? How do you gauge this summer? Like, was this summer a good summer movie?
I thought the movies were good.
We're only in August. I know technically summer is
Yeah.
still going until like September. I think is the.
I liked
range.
them.
All
I
right,
very
you liked them.
much
You thought it was a
liked
good
them.
one.
Yeah, I thought they were good.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just curious.
What about you?
Well, I mean, I feel a little underwhelmed by it, and maybe it's because Homecoming to me wasn't like a home run movie. It was a good movie. It was a really good movie.
I got to point out my friend Michael
Michael's
Morgenstern, who is the greatest blackjack player of all time. I'm not even kidding
We are-
you. I met him when I was in Atlanta.
Say
And-
hi, Michael.
Hi, Michael.
Hi, Michael.
Seriously, guys, he's got an awesome channel, Blackjack Army. If you want to learn how to count cards, I can count cards extremely well, extremely slowly. Like, if the dealer deals as slow as humanly possible, I could totally count cards now. It's a thing.
Ladies and gentlemen, Omar just showed up.
Omar
is the only one so far who's commented on the reference
Holy crap.
that we have. Yeah, the super.
Omar! Oh my gosh, the fact that you got that. All right, that's
The
we need
super-
to confirm. We need to confirm. Okay, we just conferred. Omar, you get 501 SSD points
A
tonight.
new world record.
That is a new world record.
for us.
Dude,
A
do you
new
know how
personal
close you
record.
are to converting those SSD points to squad points, and the conversion ratio on squad points to Ds is like crazy good right now. It's like Neo to Bitcoin. I'm telling you, crazy good. You gotta get in on it. Good job.
Cool. I got real distracted and didn't hear a thing you said. But thank you, Omar. That was what I was referencing when I named this episode. So that's awesome. So anyway, I think that there were a lot of like, between like Baby Driver and Big Sick and like Atomic Blonde, there were some not classic summer blockbuster movies that did really well.
Yeah, I agree.
Whereas some of the other like classic summer blockbusters, like the fifth Transformers movie. Is it the fifth one? Is that right? Five?
And the new Planet of the Apes movie.
Right, which
was the third in the trilogy, I understand.
And I don't remember I never got around to seeing that one, but I don't remember what I heard back about it from people.
It was good.
From people, okay. But like, between like Transformers didn't do well financially, but like these other movies like Big Sick that had like no budget, did much better financially, like just like the ratio of what they got back versus what they spent. So it's pretty interesting.
Yeah, it's weird, and superhero movies in general.
And Dunkirk.
Oh, Dunkirk was amazing.
Yeah, exactly.
Superhero movies in general they've ramped up in such frequency that at a certain point you look at the schedules and there's just such a massive movie every weekend that you just wonder how long can they financially sustain some of these massive blockbuster numbers, because most people aren't going to go see a movie every week.
Right, exactly. We're not living in that world anymore. We used to. I mean, that used to kind of be what you did for entertainment. You just kind of went to the movies.
Michael wants some SSD points. 10 SSD points for asking.
Just for asking.
We always reward that. And yes, these are 64 games, and they are amazing.
Fortune favors the guys that ask us for stuff.
Omar is ready to get the women. You're well on your way with these SSD points.
Yep, absolutely. So the question then, because I look at it and part of the summer I feel like is maybe a little underwhelming to me, but I think for the most part it's just been an atypical summer for movies.
It has been.
The movies that have done well, that have been well received, were not your classic summer movies.
Yeah.
Maybe Atomic Blonde and Baby Driver fit that a little bit more because they were a little bit more action oriented.
But
even then they were
rated R also.
And they were also like thoughtful action oriented movies, I feel like.
Well, it's true, I can't deny it. Both were good.
Go ahead and comment, what was the best movie of the summer in your opinion?
What was your favorite movie this summer so far? Now we're going to move on to another segment.
Real quick, David Codd says that a buddy of his commented that James McAvoy in Atomic Blonde looked like the love child of Michael Fassbender and Justin Timberlake, and now he can't unsee it.
Stanley, thank you for that compliment.
There he is.
I will take it.
Simply
Thank you.
the best.
Women and winnings, Michael. Women
you get
and
it all.
winnings.
Why
you
not?
get everything.
We're generous here at
So,
SSD.
We're going to move into another little segment. This is where actually if we had pre-recorded a segment, it would go. But how did we not do that in the 6 weeks we were off? We didn't pre-record one segment. Though you could go see what peanut butter and jelly Oreos taste like.
And it's because you've been pouring so much time into your pet project, Top 5 Spider-Man Costumes
Well,
video.
I just want that video to be so good. And believe you me, it is. But now we're going to move into a quick little segment called What Are You Reading with Your Brain Right Now? What is it that you're into?
Okay.
Is it a good book or is it a bad book? What are you reading?
This
Yeah.
This is the longest segment title that we came up with, but we tested it with some focus
There was
groups.
a lot of focus testing.
The producer got some focus groups together.
There's no producer.
Producer was like dead set on this. We're keeping
I
it this
feel
way.
obligated to tell you there's no producer.
Jonathan Busby's asking if he can redeem points for that Herbie action figure. I will go ahead and say absolutely.
That's
you can
not
just
your
take
figure
Take
to
the
give
figure
away.
right now. You want
That's
it?
not your figure.
You
to
want it right
give
now?
away.
Here, come
That's
get
not,
it.
but that's not yours to give away. I don't understand what's happening.
This is the dream team I've assembled here. You got Herbie,
Yeah. Hawkeye,
Hawkeye, and Pizza
Yeah.
Dog.
I mean, that's
And
really it.
My wife decided I should bring out Science Bobblehead.
Oh, you just do everything your wife says? Is that it? You just do everything your wife says?
Yeah.
If your wife told you to get her dinner, would you just get her dinner?
Well, I mean, if she picked a good place, I'd be hungry too. I mean, I gotta eat.
Newlyweds, am I right? Jeez. Okay, so Joseph,
Yeah.
what are you reading?
Well, I have as you can probably tell by the spread I have out here, I've recently read the Hawkeye run from, well, when did that run? Like 2012, 13, 14, 15, somewhere up in there. By Agent Fraction. Is that right? Fraction?
Yeah.
Isn't that?
Yeah.
Great run. Loved that. But actually, what I wanted to talk about is I recently started reading because I wanted to understand the cult following behind this character, and also because I happen to be kind of familiar with the writer of the series.
Oh, let's say it on 3 together. I know what this is. 1, 2, 3. Batman.
That was it. I've been doing Batman. I've been reading a lot of Batman.
I knew it. I'm so
Batman.
awesome.
No, I've been reading. I read through most of Gwenpool.
Really?
The Gwenpool series by Chris Hastings.
I have no idea.
I'm slightly familiar with Hastings.
Wow.
I've read some of his other stuff before he actually got into like the comics.
Okay.
So I figured I'd get into Gwenpool, read that a little bit, see.
Yeah.
How
How did you like it? What do you think?
It's interesting.
Okay.
If you don't know, like the premise of it is, or the character, she's supposed to be from our world.
Oh,
and
really?
she's supposed to be a comic book reader from our world.
Like our actual world.
Our actual world.
Oh, okay.
Who gets transported into the Marvel Universe. So
really?
So her whole thing is that she knows all the storylines.
Interesting.
She knows all of it. She knows everyone's identity. She knows all the storylines, all that sort of thing. So it's an interesting plot device. It leads to some pretty good moments when they want to use it in pretty good moments. It also sometimes leads to just some cheesy moments that aren't great.
Yeah.
But what makes it interesting, the first couple of issues, not that remarkable, but eventually they start to introduce some qualities to it where she's trying to be a hero. Okay. She has no superpowers. She has no money. She has nothing but like an outfit that she wears. And
no powers?
No powers. She just loves guns. And she's basically vigilante, or trying to be vigilante. But she's terrible. She doesn't know how to be a hero. So they introduce some, like, it's comical. Yeah. But then they introduce some really serious elements about how, like, she gets in over her head and can't figure out how to, like, remedy the situation.
That is really funny.
So it's interesting so far. I'm undecided on how I feel, but it's
Has anybody else read Gwenpool?
Yeah, let us know
if anyone else
if you're a Gwenpool fan.
And what they thought.
Let me know. Because I'm enjoying it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And let us know in the comments also what you're reading right now, because I'm interested to see what you're reading. Tyler Holland says he just read Whedon's X-Men run, which is phenomenal. I mean, it seriously is so good. That's probably my favorite modern X-Men run.
Okay.
I've been reading. I've got it right here, and I'm going to hold it up, and this is just for you, Tyler Chew. I got a couple of special things to say.
Special Tyler Chew shout out.
I've been reading this omnibus. It is the Uncanny X-Men.
It's unopened.
By Chris Claremont. Yeah, I've been reading it digitally. So sue me. I mean, don't sue me.
Speaking of that, I mean, Omar just chimed in and said that Whedon's X-Men was a love letter to Claremont's
X-Men.
Well,
I got some more to say about Claremont's X-Men, Omar. Buckle up.
It's going to be a bumpy ride.
Here's the thing, and this is a horribly unpopular opinion. I know. Claremont's X-Men, let me preface it by saying, is fantastic. It's really well written, and it's obviously the classic stories of all these comic book characters, these X-Men characters that we love. That being said, it is not compelling. I just don't find it compelling.
Like, why? What does it have going against it?
I don't know, because every time I read an issue, and I've been working through this omnibus for like 3 months, it has taken me forever, because every time I read an issue, I leave it and I say, that was really good. But I'm not compelled to read the next issue. Do you know what I'm saying? Like some books you read, and like you read an issue like Hawkeye or The Immortal Iron Fist. I'm reading through that omnibus and I'm like, man, I can't wait to see what happens next. Like, I gotta keep going. But the X-Men run, it's like that was a great issue.
But it kind of wore you out a little bit. Like you had to take a break.
Right, and so like I've got 5 issues left, and like I said, it's been fantastic when I've read it. But it's definitely been I don't want to say a chore, but a little bit. I've had to make myself sit down and read it.
Omar just said, and unlike. And then what's really funny is as soon as he said it, we went down a viewer. So I think Omar left.
He left. He totally left. Omar, I'm sorry, dude.
I'm pissed Omar off.
I'm so sorry.
Omar leaving.
Watch your step, Tyler. You need to go. Tyler Chew says going to the second Omni. See, I just feel like so fatigued from it.
He's worn out.
He
just ran a marathon. Don't sign him up for another.
Do I really need to start the next Omni like right away, or should I take a breather? That's a legitimate question to someone who's read it.
All right, we want to jump into our next segment, but let's go back over real quick some of the people. Your friend Michael Morgenstern said that he's reading Playboy for the articles.
Well, those are fantastic articles.
Yeah. Oscar says he's been reading Flash Johns Volume 3 Omnibus.
Oh,
I'm going to blindly assume that Flash Johns is a character I'm going to
Yeah, it is.
I'm kidding. I understand. Michael Allen says he finished Green Lantern Volume 1 and thought it was incredible.
Fantastic. Couldn't agree more.
Ricky C says he's reading Jeff Johns' Green Lantern.
Yep. Justin W. points out that I'm on the 4th book of Wheel of Time for 10 years.
Yeah.
I'm going to finish that. Don't spoil anything.
Same here.
Don't spoil it. Don't freaking spoil it.
Salvatore's reading Men of Wrath. I'm unfamiliar with that one.
Interesting. It sounds like a classic novel.
Yeah. David Codd said that he read the first 7 or 8 issues of Gwenpool, and it was enjoyable, but not worth continuing. That's where I'm feeling with it.
Yeah.
But I'm hoping that they can, do more with it. I don't know. Because right now it's not comical enough, but it's not deep enough. It's like waiting between. It's weird.
I'm looking forward to getting to Patrick's, which he's reading the Clone Saga.
I was just about to say it. He's reading the original Clone Saga.
Which is interesting because
I just started
he
reading
just started today. Like,
Today.
literally today, he just started that.
High
That's
five,
funny.
Patrick. You ready? Patrick, put your hands up now. We're going to high five. 1, 2, 3. High five.
That was a good high five. I felt that. He did it on the other side, too.
Yeah, you can tell.
You can.
You can tell. All right, so that being said, and then David Codd says he's been keeping up on Valiant, Bendis and Brubaker, Daredevil, and Shang-Chi 3.
That's pretty good. So a lot of people have been reading some good stuff. M. Scotter's reading Clue.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he is.
Okay. Well, that's a good little segment there.
Yeah.
So now we're going to move into...
Yeah, we're going to move into a segment
Next.
that we kind of teased a little bit if you follow us on Facebook, something about
Have you
video
put
games.
the
but
link into the
I
chat?
haven't yet, and that's what I was about to do.
Okay, yeah,
Before we get into it, let's a quick reminder, we're giving away Ex Machina.
Ex Machina trade paperbacks. I'll hold them up here after I move my gorgeous 64 games.
Yeah. Fariha Imami was generous enough to give us all these gorgeous books, and we're going to
So
give them away.
awesome.
Going to give them away. And we're going to give them away by just sending out a sign-up link, okay? You don't have to do anything. We thought about doing a game earlier, and then the game thing didn't really work out because
we're still doing a game. It's just not for this.
It's true. At first, I made the game too hard, and then I made it too easy.
It's true. That's exactly what
pretty
happened.
much it. So we're sending out the link right now. The producer's in charge of that. And the Todd would be proud of that.
He would be proud.
Yeah, he would. I've actually got the Todd tattooed on my arm.
Yeah,
Right there.
it's not true.
So we're going to be talking about some video games now. And in particular, we're going to talk about a few that we would love to see either redone or remastered. And, we're getting like a new Crash Bandicoot.
Yeah.
We're getting a lot of classic games. We're getting a lot of classic...
It's the age of remastering.
Right. We are out of ideas. As a culture,
it's true.
As a nation,
Sequels and remasters.
we have
remakes.
no original ideas
It's
anymore.
true.
No, get high five solid contact. I got you, Patrick. There's just nothing. There's just nothing. So we're gonna look through some of the old games that we really like, and pick out a few that we would love to see redone or at least remastered
That's right.
for modern.
My first
modern graphics,
choice.
modern
Let me
systems.
just jump in here and say my first choice. I can't believe they've never remastered or re-executed one of these games. Kingdom Hearts. How have we not? I would just love to see just one, just one Kingdom Hearts remake. And you could even call it like 1.5.
Sure.
You don't have to call it like the same thing. Like add a point to it and it would be fine. What do you
add in
guys think?
something like some sort of weird trading card battle game
That'd
to
be
it if
perfect.
you want.
Any type of remake for
spruce
that.
It up a little
Yeah,
bit.
I'd like to see that, and I'd really like to see another release of a Final Fantasy series. That'd be great.
Yeah.
So
Why not?
here's a game that I am just absolutely dying to get a remake. If you know me, you know my love for this game.
Yep.
I'm of course talking about.
And here's what we're gonna do.
I almost just spoiled it.
You
it.
almost did.
Wow, that was terrible.
Here's what we're gonna do. All right, we're gonna do a little game here for some SSD bucks, SSD points, whatever they're called.
SSD points.
First person who can name this game gets bonus points. All right, here it goes right now.
Who's it gonna be?
Who's it gonna be? Who's gonna get it? We're not gonna have any game
I know
audio.
what it is.
Do you?
Yeah.
Oh, aren't you special?
I mean, my mom told me I was, but
She meant it in a different way.
I don't understand.
So, whoever can get this game right, the first one gets bonus points. This is one of Tyler's games. In fact, we've talked about it on the show
because
before.
I love this game. It's so criminally underrated on the Nintendo 64.
Yep.
if you haven't got it by now, it's too late. I'm obviously talking about Diddy Kong Racing.
Sure.
I love Diddy Kong Racing, and I feel like technology, especially on the Nintendo systems, has reached a point where we really could see a fantastic HD remake of this game on the Nintendo Switch.
Absolutely. And what made this game so interesting, I think, is the fact that you could do... There were different kinds of racing. It wasn't just Mario Kart, which I love Mario Kart. They keep making more Mario Karts, and that's fine. But it wasn't just Mario Kart. It wasn't just karting. It was flying. It was
hovercrafts.
The hovercrafts, which were impossible to control.
And the character choices were just so great. They genuinely were. It was so good. I love that game.
Yeah, absolutely. Diddy Kong Racing.
Let's see who got it in the chat. David Codd. You're on fire, man.
Yeah, but Justin W. calls it that other kart game that wasn't as good as Mario Kart.
How dare you? I mean, I can't disagree with the statement, but how freaking dare you?
So David Codd is winning everything tonight. He's getting so many bonus points. But yeah, having a new Diddy Kong Racing, or a new racing game in general that has...
I love it.
You know,
I'm really surprised, and Mario Kart's done this a little bit. They've thrown in other Nintendo characters, but you know, like in the vein of Smash or some of these like sports games, I'm surprised we haven't seen more non-Mario related characters in a racing game.
Yeah, that's very true. That's very true. But it is technically specifically Mario Kart. So
I'd like to see Diddy Kong. How come Diddy Kong hasn't actually made an appearance in a Mario Kart game?
You'd think.
That's crazy.
I don't know. It's bizarre.
All right, so that was my choice. What's one of your choices?
One of my choices. This is one that I think a lot of people are really, really, really into the idea of a remake. In fact, when doing some research, I found that there was an attempt at a fan-made remake. And you'll have to excuse us. It appears that our streaming videos tend to chop a little bit.
It lags a little bit.
I'm sorry. There's not much we can do about it.
It's true. We're on a very tight budget.
The producer is doing all that they can with what they're given.
Yeah.
I mean, very minimal equipment, all that sort of stuff. So no.
Yeah.
But this is one. There actually was like a fan-made project to try to get it going. I'm gonna throw the video up there to try to get this thing done. And I think it was just like a year ago. It died as a project. Man. Yeah, it was one of those. And there's, for every successful project, there seems to be a failed one.
Yeah.
Which is just a real shame. I was about to say a disaster.
I mean,
it's
not
really a
that
disaster. That's kind of extreme.
A disaster would be like a tsunami in Japan.
Yeah, but this one was a great one. The PC and Xbox, if I remember correctly. I remember playing it on my roommate's Xbox freshman year in college, but. This was... I actually tried to go through and play this game again not too long ago, just to give it a shot, and it was really clunky.
Yeah.
So it could really do with a brand new HD remake. This is, of course, Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic.
Fantastic game.
Yeah.
I am also a little surprised we haven't, given the nature of BioWare...
Yes.
That we have not seen a remake of this. How many versions of Skyrim have we had?
We've had one version of Skyrim.
Okay. Hasn't it been released on the Switch?
That's what. Yes, you're right. Yeah, so
we've seen it released on multiple.
PS3, Xbox.
Yeah.
PS4, Xbox One,
Switch.
PC, Switch.
So it seems like something they would do. Now I know BioWare's had a little bit of issues. Howard Chu wants to know why we like things that are universally panned. How dare you?
I think he's talking to you specifically.
M.
Scott goes ahead and says, "Is this Dan Q8000?"
Yeah,
got it.
It's Dan Q8000.
That's it, Dan Q8000.
It's a great game.
Dan Q8000 was the YouTuber who I ripped the video footage from. To give him credit, it was up there. He was doing a playthrough.
We got Justin W coming in with the win.
Yeah, you did.
Good old KOTOR.
Dan Q8000, if you're interested in that, I didn't really watch his video. I can't comment on the quality of it. It could have been fine. It could have been terrible.
It was
I don't
probably
know.
The worst.
But he did it, and I respect him for it.
You do respect
him. But Knights of the Old Republic was an RPG, kind of action RPG, but RPG set up in the Star Wars universe, taking place, millions of years before the movies, all that sort of stuff. It had a great story.
Yeah.
It's
introduced fan favorite Revan.
Yeah, and is well loved by everyone who played it, and people have been begging for another game in that vein, or at least like a redo of that game since then. Because, like I mentioned before, I tried to go in and play it again, and it's too clunky. The gameplay is it's rough to try to play now, compared to how smooth modern games are.
Star Wars is so hot right now.
It's so hot right now.
So hot.
So hot right now. So hot. Star Wars is so hot right now.
Well, the next game I've got is an interesting choice, a little bit out of left field. No,
No?
that's not even. I don't know what game that
It
is.
is, trust me on it.
Okay. No.
You don't
The
want to go
next
with that
game-
one? Okay.
Let's go with that. Yeah.
All right.
This next game's
All right.
a little out of left
I disagree
field.
with you. I disagree with you on
That
this.
it's
I
out of
think-
left
I think-
field?
No, I think you should have gone with the other one first. But let's
Oh,
go ahead and
really?
throw that gameplay footage up. Yep.
Okay. Well, let's throw this
Too
one
late.
up. It's
Too
too late. It's
late
been
now.
done now.
It's
It's
too late now.
already
Here it
been
is.
done.
Yeah, very left field game here. And
But-
I would love to hear if anyone knows exactly what it is and can answer quickly.
It just this game was a 2-player game. It's basic, but it's a great platformer.
Clearly, this particular video is just a one-player go
yeah,
through.
it is, and not a very good one.
No. Goodness.
But
This guy
it's
is
just
struggling.
a fun game. Of course, I'm talking about the infamous.
Oh my gosh, this is a terrible... No, I'm sorry. We're just going to keep...
How many times? How many times can he miss? This is, of course, Ice Climbers for the
Yeah.
NES.
M. Scotter got this one. David Codd right behind him.
That's it.
Justin W. does point out there was KOTOR 2 and a pretty mediocre MMO. Yeah, I've played both of those, but
I
obviously...
like the Star Wars MMO.
And, yeah, I mean, I liked the MMO.
You liked the
alright.
MMO, Justin W. Don't front.
I liked it. It was probably, mediocre. But yeah, it's the... And KOTOR 2 I played as well. But yeah, it'd be great
Yeah.
to see another one. Ice Climbers. Why should they redo Ice Climbers?
Well, it's just a really fun, basic platformer that I feel really would excel in today's online play and handheld play. Nintendo's known for their multiplayer games, and a platformer like Ice Climbers, it's been so long since we've seen it.
Yeah.
I really appreciate the fact that they're now moving more towards like Kirby multiplayer games and things like that. But Ice Climbers, I feel like we're just prime for another iteration of Ice Climbers. It could be really fun, multiplayer, single player, basic platformer. I think it'd be great.
I think that it'd be a great thing to release. It's just like a small party game, like a $10, $15 downloadable
Yeah, it doesn't
game.
have to be
It
60.
reminds me of something like Sports Friends. If anyone had Sports Friends
No,
and
I
would
don't
play
know what that
that,
is.
super weird, kind of very bizarre. Look it up sometime.
Yeah.
Sports Friends, but
Okay.
a great multiplayer game. We used to get together and just laugh and laugh and laugh at the stupidity of it.
Yep.
But anyway, Justin W., I totally agree with you, and I respect you for it. He likes tons of terrible games. Doesn't make them not terrible.
That's true.
I'm right there with you.
Can't
I
deny.
listen to a lot of terrible music. You
Yeah.
know, doesn't make it not terrible. Just means I like it.
That's true.
You know.
That's true.
So
Well done. Well said.
yeah, I think Ice Climbers could be a really fun,
Yeah.
small game, inexpensive game, multiplayer, party-focused sort of game.
Yeah.
You know, make it 4-player. Have 2 teams that have to compete against each other or something.
Yeah. That's great.
Make it
I would
32
totally be down
player.
with it. That seems like
Make
a little
it pure
excessive.
chaos. Make it just a mountain with just this
Okay.
huge mass of people.
But can you make it so that they can hurt each other?
You're gonna make it's a mountain, and we're gonna put 7,000 gamers into the one game, and they're all just
Okay.
gonna be piled on top of each other.
That sounds like it will work.
It's gonna be
perfectly.
like if you ever see the videos of that one contest where there's just a pile of humans trying to get up
I've
on a. There's a
never seen
pole. It's people do this in real life, and I forget what it's called and where it is. Someone can correct me. There's a pole with like a goal on top,
Uh-huh.
and literally teams will jump up, and they have to just jump on top of the other people
To try to get to,
try
the
to get
top.
to the top.
That's dangerous. It sounds dangerous.
Yeah. Oscar points out that Bomberman was a great game. Bomberman was a great Nintendo 64 game, and also
Bomberman 1, 2, or Heroes. 64, 1, 2, or Heroes. What's your favorite?
the only one I ever played was Bomberman 64.
Okay.
So I didn't play Heroes or 2.
Okay.
And then
I
of
got
course,
Heroes. I haven't played it, but I got it. We can
all
play
right,
it together.
thanks for watching. We're gonna go play Heroes.
See ya.
Yeah. I'm gonna send out that giveaway link one more time.
That's a great idea.
Bomberman was fun, and of course the classic Bombermans were also great. But I'm gonna go. I'm gonna get another game ready.
Michael Allen insults the desk. It's so small. Start with that must have been in the video. I don't know.
Desk for ants. This one's gonna be pretty easy, I think, for people to.
Yeah, it's very obviously GoldenEye. It's extremely obvious.
So we're gonna go ahead and just throw this one up there. It should be easy to guess.
it's GoldenEye.
It's a pretty distinct looking game, but this is one that I think would be great to have. I mean, they've made sequels and stuff recently, but the sequels just do not compare. I mean, two was really, really good, and if they remade 2, I wouldn't complain. But like some of the
Yeah.
most recent ones I know have gotten some a little bit more mixed reviews, or they just kind of have been like
They
not
exist.
not fully Like, one of them was, like, not really a full game. Like, you played it, and
Yeah.
it basically was like, this was, like, a 30-minute cinema scene, and then it's done. Why not
Weird,
spend
right?
money on this? You know, that sort of thing. But
Of course, we're talking about.
did you want to say something
I
there?
thought you were going to say the name of the game.
Well, I didn't know you were setting me up.
Let's try again.
You got to make it more obvious.
Of course, we're talking about.
Bomberman
Oh
Heroes.
my goodness.
Yeah, no, David Codd once again.
Snake.
We're talking about Metal Gear Solid.
That's
I
right.
remember Metal Gear Solid 2 in particular, I think, was just phenomenal
Yeah.
game as well. That was the one that really stood out to me. It really immersed me even more so than the first one. But then again, that's because the first one had been out for a little bit before I played it. Omar points out the Metal Gear Twin Snakes on the GameCube was a great
I've
remake.
never played that.
I never played it either, but I did hear good things about it.
Okay.
But it would be, I think Metal Gear Solid would be a great game to remake to actually remake on this level.
Tyler Holland says he wants a new X-Men Legends game real bad. Me too. Those games were awesome. And then Marvel
Absolutely.
Ultimate Alliance, which was like the sequel
Yeah.
to those games. So good.
So
What are those
good.
games? That would have been a good choice. If I thought about that, I would have totally put that in this video.
Bonus. Yeah, keep coming with anyone that you guys would like to see as well.
Yep.
But yeah, Metal Gear Solid. Why not do a remake of it? Why not do an HD remake of the original? Because it was such a cutting edge game. It could bring in a whole new generation of fans.
Yeah, definitely.
That want to
think
really
that's a
see
great
when the
choice.
game was really great. I mean,
a
can
great
you remember that boss fight where your controller would stop working?
So good.
Just genius. We're going to be setting up Tyler's next choice.
Yep.
Which I think will also be fairly obvious. You want to go ahead and throw the video
Yeah,
footage up
let's
there?
throw that video up. Cue him with video, Joe.
The producer's on it.
There's no.
Stop talking to me
There's no.
about it.
Okay. All right. Well, if you don't know what this is in the
Yeah.
first 3 seconds, I can't help.
We got a lot of questions for you if you're unfamiliar.
Yep. This is a choice that it was obvious to me, and I can't believe has not been done yet.
Shout out to Psycho, who's clearly doing this playthrough on YouTube.
Good job, Psycho. Looks like
Psycho.
you're really pressing A real well right here.
Yeah, doing great.
Good job going through that dialogue.
Goodness.
Of course, this is Pokemon Yellow.
Yes.
And-
Specifically yellow.
And Pokemon Yellow was a really... It was the second best Pokemon game of all time. The best Pokemon game of all time is, of course, Silver, but they've remade Silver in recent years into
Okay.
Soul Silver and Heart Gold. So, while I would want to see another Silver, it's been how many years since Yellow came out? And we do not
man.
have a release. I mean, it was one of the original games.
Yeah, it was. I remember Red and Blue came out, and then like a year later, maybe is when they put out
Yeah.
Yellow. Because basically, Red and Blue came out. The show reaches America. The
And it
show blows
explodes.
up.
Totally explodes.
Pikachu obviously becomes the favorite character.
Yeah, the mascot.
They put out Yellow. Yeah, they put out Yellow.
And that was one of the cool things. The only 2 games I've ever done this in, which was Pokemon Yellow and then Silver and Gold, and then Platinum, was the Pokemon followed you. And I always thought that was so cool that you're now in Yellow it was just Pikachu,
Yeah.
but in Silver and Gold, almost any Pokemon you could set would follow you, and that was really neat.
That's cool.
Pokemon Yellow also incorporated a lot of the Pokemon from Red and Blue. You know, Red version had certain Pokemon and Blue version had certain Pokemon.
Right. Yeah.
And you could get
They
a
had
lot of
unique
those in Yellow.
Yeah.
It just makes sense now, especially with the announcement for the Switch, that they are bringing a main Pokemon game to the Switch.
Mm-hmm.
It's the perfect time to re-release Yellow. We've got a good 3D Pokemon system. The game itself, the game mechanics have evolved in such a way that makes it really enjoyable. I think it'd be perfect to remake.
M. Scott are cracking me up. Blitzel or GTFO.
Wow.
Wow.
Wow. Justin W. thinks it's Digimon.
M. Scott also says Earthbound. Absolutely. Why can't
Earthbound.
we bring back Earthbound?
Earthbound would be a good remake.
Oscar
Never
said
played it.
Silent Hill 1
Yeah.
would be a good one to redo. And I'm going to talk real quick about something that
Jet Set
David
Radio.
Codd says.
Yeah.
David Codd says Legend of Dragoon.
Yeah. Good
Absolutely.
choice.
Jet Set Radio, out of left field. Love that choice as well. Half-Life. Now, Half-Life is not one that's on this list because Half-Life is one of the few fan-made remakes that
Yeah.
actually happened.
Yeah, they did have a great fan-made remake.
You could find Black Mesa. I believe it used the Half-Life 2 engine. So that, Half-Life came out, years ago, and then Half-Life 2 was like graphics wise, quality wise, just unbelievable.
Yep.
And so they took that engine and remade the original Half-Life. They called it Black Mesa, and you can get that. So that's one that did not come. I had a third choice that I was gonna go with.
Yeah.
But in doing research, I found out that it actually has a well-funded fan remake that's set to come out next year. So 2018, there's supposed to be a remake of System Shock. System Shock was going to be my number 3. Of course, spiritual predecessor to BioShock, if you like those games. But fascinating game about, like, I mean, you were basically like it was a shooter, horror survival shooter in which and it was freaky. Terrifying game.
Especially at the time.
This computer, well, even now it's still scarier just because it makes a great use of like weird augmented,
sounds,
distorted sounds and audio. So the System Shock and then System Shock 2 were very well received shooters in which you were like hacking. You're getting experience in hacking your body, basically.
Yeah.
And it was terrifying. Yeah, and
everyone's
agreeing. So because that one was taken, I could not do that. So I decided to go with one of my personal favorites.
Yep.
And a very
this
ridiculous,
is a great game.
very ridiculous choice.
I can't believe we've not seen this game.
Very lighthearted choice. I'm going to go ahead and throw it up there. So this is one of my absolute favorites of all time. I've spent hours playing this on the PlayStation 2.
I don't even play sports games, and I actually played it for the GameCube, but I played a heck of a lot of this game.
This was the original. They made 4 of them total.
Did they?
Yep.
I knew of 1, 2, and 3. What was the 4th?
The 4th one was called Home Court.
Okay.
And it kind of was... Okay, they kind of made 5 of them. All right, so this is, if you're unfamiliar with this, if you didn't guess it instantly by looking at Biggie Littles and Stretch, who are out there, this is NBA Street.
Such a good game.
So it was a more comical 3-on-3 basketball setup. Not quite as like... It didn't have the same sort of feel. It was supposed to be a little bit different than NBA Jam.
Yeah.
It didn't quite have the same sort of feel. But
it kind of reminds me of a basketball NFL Blitz a little bit.
A little bit. It's not quite as violent. You know,
Right.
You're not doing a lot of that. But you had to unlock players. You tried to like level up your created player.
Looser rules.
Yeah, looser rules. But you had kind of some RPG elements. NBA Street Volume 2 was the best version out of all of them. Michael Allen knows what it is, NBA Street.
Yeah.
But NBA Street Volume 2 was amazing.
Good job, Michael.
That's when they brought in a lot of old players. You could play as Larry Bird. You could play as Dr. J. You could play as Wilt Chamberlain. You could do all that. 3 was still really good as well. 2, I think, was the pinnacle.
Yeah.
Once they hit NBA Street Home Court, which was on the PS3 and all that, it wasn't nearly as good. It wasn't the same. It lost a lot of the weird charm.
Well, it's a perfect time to re-release that.
Yeah, they've redone, and that was in 2007, so it's been 10 years since one of those games came out. They've redone NBA Jam.
Yeah.
Why not bring back NBA Street?
I'm with you, man.
Why not?
We got Justin W. pointing out that the show was actually out before Pokemon Blue and Red released. Okay.
Okay. I'm sorry, I was really rude in my response. Sorry, Justin, I didn't mean it like that.
Wow.
I meant, okay.
Wow, you jerk. The worst.
Yeah, but anyway, Justin and David Cobb both pointing out how incredible Shodan, the AI, the enemy AI was.
Amazing.
Terrifying in System Shock.
Yep.
And no, you could not heat up on fire, but you had something called game breakers.
Yeah,
which were incredible dunks. You had to do enough trick points to earn it.
So good.
That would take points away from the other team and give them to you.
Yeah, and you know there's a new game. It's called NBA Playgrounds. And it's out now. It's $20 on the PlayStation Store, and I got it for the Switch. And it's an interesting mix between NBA Jam and NBA Street. It's fun. It's worth a try if you miss the feel of NBA Street and you're looking for something that's a cheap game worth a shot. But yeah, so that's it.
Yeah, that's it. Those are 3 games apiece that we thought were a little bit more, maybe a little bit more obscure games or something like that. Games that don't often pop up as much, maybe. That we don't think about. But, games that we'd like to see. Keep commenting with any games you'd like to see remade, redone, whatever. We've sent out the giveaway link a few times.
I'm getting ready to pull it up because we're going to go ahead and draw in just a second. Do you want to talk about next week?
Well, actually, what I'm going to talk about before we draw, not next week, but about an upcoming project that we're going to do.
Okay.
We're going to start a book club.
We are going to start a book club.
And I figured this is a good time.
This is a great time.
This is a good time to plug it. Oh yeah, and Oscar points out they made FIFA Street. I played FIFA Street 1 and 2. They also made NFL Street, but I played FIFA Street 1 and 2, and it was incredibly difficult. Incredibly difficult. It was fun though. It was more fun than the NFL Street games. Anyway, so we're going to start a book club, and what we've decided is, for those of you that have access to something like Marvel Unlimited, it makes it a lot easier to do this. But we're going to go through some bigger storylines.
Yep.
We're going to read them ourselves. We're going to announce to you in our book club what it is that we are reading, and then we are going to do a live stream
specifically
about that.
That's
so
right.
it'll be a smaller event, obviously. It'll be a more specific
event. And it won't be on a
these.
Tuesday. It'll be on another scheduled day. You'll know when it's going to come. It'll be sometime later in the month. And we're just going to talk about the book.
Yep.
Just all of us. What we thought about it, what our favorite parts were.
Yeah.
It's going to be fantastic.
Yeah. So, do we have a first storyline in mind?
Yeah. We're going to do Civil War II.
Yeah, the recent attempt to capitalize on the success of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, Civil War II.
And the Civil War I, which was hugely popular. I've personally not read Civil War II. I know it's an incredibly controversial storyline.
It's interesting.
We figured it'd be a great one to start with just because the issue numbers are short. You can read the tie-ins if you want, but you don't have to. If you decide not to read it, of course, you can join us on our show. We will give you a brief recap at the beginning, kind of what happened.
But we want it to be more of a discussion-based thing.
That's right.
So there's going to be a lot of commenting involved. It's going to be a lot of talking about the topics more than anything else, talking about the series. So we're going to start with that. We haven't set a date yet. So be on the lookout. If you're not on our Facebook page,
we'll be dropping the date of completion when we will.
That's facebook.com/SuperSquadDLive.
That's right.
That's our Facebook page. That's where we do most of our communication. And
that's right. But some other good storylines coming up that we're going to talk about, including a fantastic Spider-Man run that you don't want to miss. We're gonna have some fun with the book club. It's gonna be a good time.
He means the Clone Saga.
I mean the Clone Conspiracy.
Oh, more clones.
Yeah.
Shout out to Patrick again, who says that they should make a remake of Shaq Fu. Absolutely, they should. But it should be modern day, overweight, out of shape Shaquille O'Neal, who does Icy Hot and Gold Bond commercials.
Agreed. Tyler Chu mentioning Pilot there. He wants us to keep working on Pilot. Okay. Solid advice. All right. Drum roll, please.
Here we go. The winner of Ex Machina, I believe is how you're supposed to pronounce it.
Ex Machina.
You guys familiar with the video game series Deus Ex? Because
I'm familiar with it.
This guy knows it.
I know.
Ask him to pronounce it sometime. He does it perfectly. Oh, Lord. Can we pick a different winner?
I mean, I don't think we can.
Okay, you announce it then. I'm not in the
mood. The winner, of course, of this giveaway is the one, the only, Tyler Holland. Hey. Tyler, congratulations. I think this is at least his second win.
I think this might be his third.
This is his second win, I think. I think it's his second.
Okay.
Congratulations, Tyler. You did it. You won these awesome books. I will hand deliver them to you in person. That's how much I like you.
I'm kidding, Tyler. Congratulations to you.
You are awesome. Well, that was it. It was a good show. It was nice to be back, guys.
Good return episode. Nice We're only about 6 minutes over. Producer has given me some death glares.
There's no producer. We're going to go ahead and plug next week's episode. Next week's live show is going to be another Q&A.
So we want any cues.
Throw them our way. We'll hit you with some A's.
To our A's.
We're going to hit you with some A's. You throw us some cues.
Nice verb talking. Well done. Yeah, any questions you want to submit, the best way to do that is, once again, go to our Facebook page.
That's right.
And post in there, send us a message through there.
I mean, whatever way you want to get in contact
However you want to get in contact with us.
It's going to be a good Q&A. We've got a couple Q&A questions left over from the last episode. Yeah. One of which was, who is the best Robin, which we will be discussing.
Absolutely.
And how are our Flash giveaways so flashy?
Yeah. It's weird people were asking that before we ever did one.
It was
but,
precog type thing.
People know what the people want.
That's right.
People know what people know what people
Okay.
People know what the people want.
So we got a few videos that we're going to be coming out in the near future.
People know what the people want.
People know what the people want. Okay. A few videos in the future One, David Codd requested. This is a David Codd requested video. We oblige our viewers.
Yep. That's going to be about what the best Netflix original program
or our favorite Netflix
or our favorite
original,
Netflix original program. Yeah, exactly. Because who are we to decide? Well, the people know what the people want.
The people know what the people want.
But anyway, So we're going to be coming out with that one probably just later this week is the plan there.
Yep.
Maybe next week. Maybe never.
Never.
Don't tie us down, man.
And we've got a fun video that I'm really excited about of Nintendo 64 Classic Edition. The 20 games that we demand be on the Nintendo 64 Classic Edition.
Yeah.
And then finally, emulating versus retro.
Oh yeah, that was the third. Yeah.
Why play retro games when you can emulate?
Right. People know what the people want.
I don't know why they do, but they do know what they want.
So, look for our upcoming videos. Submit any questions, like our Facebook page, Super Squad D Live.
That's it. Thanks for joining us tonight. It's been a wacky time.
Again, big thanks to Fariha Imami for donating the Ex Machina books. Congratulations,
and
Kyle
of course, Patrick Baranski for...
And Patrick Baranski for this.
The gift assault.
M. Scotter for the Joker mug. Hold that beautiful thing up.
It's so good.
Anyone wants to donate anything to be given away on the show, we gladly welcome any donations.
Yes,
of course, the reason we do this is because we want to encourage people to give stuff away. We want to encourage you to be generous. If you're not giving books away, take a friend out to lunch this week.
That's right. I'll be that friend.
He'll do it. He's desperate. He's broke right now.
Take me to lunch. Take me to lunch.
All right. We want to give special thanks once again to the original Flash, John Wesley Shipp.
Thank you, sir, for being with us tonight. I don't know if you guys saw him. He just zipped in here and zipped out real quick. It was amazing.
He was gone.
If you pause it at actually the 43:07 mark, you'll find him. That's it, guys. That's a wrap. We'll see you next week on Super Squad D Live, where the D will inevitably stand for something different. That's Avril Lavigne.
That's Chad Kroeger.
You know, I really think that, before we go, I really do need to say, I think that you guys will really enjoy next... So long to cut it.
Did you want me to cut it? Yeah.
No, don't cut it.
Yeah.
No, I got stuff to say.
Did you actually? Yeah. Keep going. I want to hear where you're going with this train of thought.
Okay. So I genuinely think that next week you're gonna look at this videos and you're gonna be like, there was actually.
Oh, what's that? Were you gonna?
There was a Spider-Man.
Are you gonna
video.
plug your Spider? Coming up soon. There's gonna be
a top five Spider-Man cartoon comics. No?